children, I'll take thee away into a land of enchantment. Come, little children, the time's come to play here in my garden of
Hello, I'm Rooney. Welcome back to Moderation While Means for a Game. And we're continuing our viewer request week, as we do a video each day based on your suggestions. And today, we've been asked to look at The Crooked Man. So, what better place to start than from the beginning? It all started as an English nursery rhyme from 1842. There was a crooked man, and he walked a crooked mile. He found a crooked sixpence upon a crooked stile. He bought a crooked cat, which caught a crooked mouse, and they all lived together in a little crooked house. What do you think of when you hear this story? A tall, jagged monstrosity, more shadow than man? Kind of, but that's not really what he was intended to be. The word crooked doesn't mean a physical characteristic, but in its Old English word, meaning dishonest. A man that would do anything for ill-gotten wealth. In 2006, he was the antagonist of the novel The Book of Lost Things, as well as a 3-part Hellboy comic. But the best version of this character was from the 2013 Telltale games, The Wolf Among Us. He was charismatic and ruthless, but always had a backup plan. Kinda reminds me of the type of characters I normally play in Fallout. But something happened that year that changed everyone's perception of him. Most people point to the indie game of the same name, but whatever it was, his story got a second verse. But the crooked man was sad, and so he thought, why should he be crooked when others they are not? Everything was worthless. He heaved a great big sigh, and went and found rope and tied it to the sky. Upon a chair he stood, his eyes were blank and dead. Without another thought, he went and hung his head. Now the story is not yet over, the story is myth and old. You'll hide under your covers, there is something not yet told. There once was a crooked man who had a crooked smile, and if you live his life, he will send you through a trial. He lives for your torment and makes it full of strife, and he won't be content until you've taken your own life. Within the past 10 years, he's now changed to something completely different. Shape-shifting, incredible strength and speed, he went from something human to something else entirely. This version of him first appeared in an episode of Doctor Who. Granted, he was an alien, but isn't everything on that show. Later, Sci-Fi Channel gave him his own movie, based on his upcoming appearance in the Conjuring franchise. Here they made him into a generic boogeyman. If you hear his rhymes, then he'll come to kill you. A twitching shadow that can't manifest in light. And he was beaten by playing his rhyme backwards. I really wouldn't recommend this one. And finally, onto his part from The Conjuring 2. Here, they really seemed to get his character right. And while he was mainly helping the demon Valak, he always seems like he had his own agendas as well. And later in 2019, he will be getting his own spin-off movie, which has me a bit worried. Because out of the 3 of them so far, 2 have flat out sucked. Hopefully it's more like the Star Trek films when every other one is good. But we'll see whenever it comes out. It's such an oddity to see a character change so drastically in a short amount of time. And I hope this brings insight for you. Heck, I still get people asking me, how can there be more than one version of the Kuchisaki Onna? Stories change and adapt over the years. What was once a harmless threat can now become your worst nightmare. And if you're interested in the kill count, the human version got 2 from the Telltale games, and our new incarnation got 5 from a standalone movie. But tell me what you guys think down in the comments below, as well as any other ideas you'd like to get made into a video, and we'll try to add them to next month's list. And help us appease the YouTube algorithm by simply like, sharing, or commenting below. And if you haven't yet hit subscribe, then it's very much appreciated. Anyway, I'm Runia,
And I'm Ada.
inviting you to join us again for the next night.
Weep not, poor children, for life is this way, murdering beauty and passion. Hush now, dear children, it must be this way, to weary of life and deceptions. Rest now, my children.